everyone. Hope you're all having a good day, and I'm just on here again to talk to you about Magnified Healing. For those of you that have never seen me before or met me before, my name is Christine Mulvihill, and I live in Cork City, Ireland, and I'm a psychic medium, a hypnotherapist, psychotherapist, spiritual facilitator and medium. And today I just like to talk to you a bit about Magnified Healing, because I think a lot of people at this time are like working. We are in the time of the divine feminine, of the matriarchal energy, and in 2011 I was sitting here one day, and this girl came to me. I was doing a healing with her, and after the healing she just said to me that she felt the energy of Kuan Yin for me, who's the goddess of divine mercy and compassion. And I said, okay. I said, I actually listen to music of Kuan Yin. And she said, you know, I'm doing a course in Watergrass Hill on a Saturday and a Sunday. And it's funny, it was Mother's Day. The first day was the Saturday, the Mother's Day. And I just thought, I felt so drawn to this course. So I said, maybe I'll do it for myself for Mother's Day. So I did. And it was the most incredible experience I've ever had. And really the thing about Magnified Healing, and I also then carried on and went off to Spain to do the second level of it, which is a celebration of light. And it was the most incredible experience. So just to kind of explain to you about it, the course was channeled by Catherine Anderson and Giselle King. And I met Giselle King, who's an amazing lady in Spain, when I went there to do the second part with her. And it's really about working with Kuan Yin, and it's like working from the highest vibration. It's working with fifth dimensional energy. And when you do the first level of Magnified Healing, it's a weekend course, but you do the practice on the day. You get your CD and your book, and it works with clearing karma. You can send the vibration of Magnified Healing. You can send it to the world. You can scan, heal the body, and stimulate the calcium on the spine, sensitize, awaken, rewire, and connect the nervous system. And you know, I have done this. I have been teaching this course 10 years now, I suppose, and like people have come to me to do this course. And you know, I don't ever make any claims about healing, but people have come to me with fibromyalgia, with autoimmune disorders, and did this course and said that the pain left them and they thought it was absolutely incredible. But I think it's a wonderful course to do for yourself. So the first phase in it really is all about, as I say, it's you get your CD and your essence, and it's when you turn on the CD, it's actually it talks you through the whole practice. It's the most beautiful practice. And I use it daily as my own healing. I find it absolutely incredible. All the things that it does. It also balances karma, as I say, and increases the energy in your hands. And it's just the most incredible, beautiful healing that I've had the pleasure of working with. You know, I also teach IET, and I teach Reiki, and I teach lots of different modalities. But I have to say about Magnified Healing, it really is working with the energy of Kuan Yin, who's the goddess of compassion and wisdom, and was a very enlightened Bodhisattva, and is the most incredible. That lady that I did the second course in it in Spain, I went to Alicante in Spain a few years ago and did a celebration of light with her. It was the most incredible experience. And you know, she's a lady in her 80s, but she is just the most phenomenal, the energy she holds. It's also working with Melchizedek, Archangel Michael, Saint Germain. It's just absolutely beautiful. So if you felt like, you know, doing a course for yourself, I definitely think, you know, it's not that you'd have to be, you could use it for your own self-healing. That's what I use it for, and I find it absolutely incredible. But it also heals your past life. It heals all misqualified energies between your parents, between you know, any karma and anything like that. And it does permeate every cell of your body. And it does transform your body into like a light being. It's the most beautiful, beautiful energy. And you know, I'm very blessed to teach that course. It's a weekend course. Now, I will be teaching it online soon, but I think I have to go through another teaching myself to do it online. But I remember the day I did that course down on Watergrass Hill with this girl who actually turned out in the end to be a student of mine, and I taught her loads of healing modalities. But even coming back in the road after doing the course, like I did feel the energy of Kuan Yin and Our Lady, because it's kind of the same energy, you know, it's the divine feminine energy. But we are in the matriarchal age, so it's definitely a wonderful time to embrace that, and it is the time of the divine feminine. It's just the most beautiful energy that you could ever work with, you know, and it definitely does like heals you at such a deep, deep level in your body. It's just absolutely beautiful. But when I went to Spain to do the second level in it, we all had to dress in white, and she did this celebration of light. It was the most phenomenal thing I've ever seen in my life. This lady goes all over the world. I think it's taught in about 187 countries in the world, you know. It's just the most incredible, absolutely amazing healing. Hi, Jennifer. I don't know if you got my message, Jennifer, on the live. But I think it's up on the page, and it's also up on the Mind, Body, Spirit page, because Freddie just rang me there to tell me. But if you like the energy of Kuan Yin, as I say, you love Magnified Healing. It's just the most beautiful, beautiful energy that you could ever work with. Thanks, Aisling. And you're right, it is absolutely phenomenal. And you did do the Magnified Healing as well with me, Aisling. And I was just really drawn. Now, I don't usually use cards when I'm talking about courses, but I actually even forgot, because I must have 100 decks of cards there, but they're really all for my students there. I promise you, I don't even have a deck of cards in the house. But I just realised I had a deck of Kuan Yin cards, so I am going to pick a card for anybody that would like a card. And Aisling, I know you've a lot going on at the moment with your dad and that, so I definitely will pick a card for you, my love. But it is one of the most powerful attunements. You're so right. You're so right, Aisling. It's incredible. It's just the most magnificent energy. Okay. And Aisling, your card is Turquoise Lotus Mother. Turquoise Lotus Mother. Okay. Now, just by looking at the card, I'm not even going to go to the book really, Aisling, but by looking at the card, Aisling, and she's holding a beautiful lotus in her hand, I definitely feel, Aisling, that that's about your skills as a mother, but also all the things you've healed yourself, you know, because all mothers do the best they can. I always say that. And, you know, we never feel we do enough. Mothers are just, and I'm one of those mothers, you know, where I'm not pontificating to you. I'm just saying it because I'm one myself, you know. But we never think we did enough, and we said if we did this and this wouldn't have happened, rah, rah, rah. But I definitely think, Aisling, at the moment that, like, you are holding that lotus for your own mum, because I know your dad is ill, and I know your mum, God love her, is trying to cope with a lot of things all together. And I definitely think, Aisling, even by, you know, doing the Magnified Healing for yourself, and I will, of course, Jared, I think you'd love it. It's the most beautiful course. I absolutely adore it. It's one of my favourite. I love all my healing courses, but I do love Magnified Healing. I think it's incredible. But I think, Aisling, you know, by doing that for yourself, my love, is and including your mum and your dad in it. And, you know, there's amazing things you can do with it. Like, you can flood all your children's homes with the violet flame. It energizes, awakens and rewires the nervous system. As I say, lots of people that I did it with autoimmune diseases found it absolutely incredible. It's amazing. So yes, Karen, you'd love it. It's the most beautiful course. I absolutely love it, you know. And the more I learn about it, the more incredible it becomes, you know. And I think it's good for all of us. Now, don't get me wrong, I've been teaching Reiki about 35 years, and I love Reiki too, you know. But I do think this is such a high vibrational course. And, you know, it's lovely for all of us to have healing there at our fingertips. Because, you know, I remember when I worked in the Cancer Support Centre, I used to just volunteer in there with I met the most amazing groups of women in there. They were phenomenal. and I attuned 27 women to Reiki, to level 1 Reiki. And I promise you, the healing they got from that, they loved it. Some of them even set up a little healing space in their home and used to do the healing. Well done, Lynn, you're always out cycling or mountain climbing or... I love your pictures, but sometimes I'd be tired even looking at you. I'm like, where does she get the energy from? But you know, those women found such great solace in being able to have healing there at their fingertips and to give themselves some healing when they needed it, you know. And it was such a humbling experience for me to sit with those women and do that. It was fantastic, you know. And not only women, men as well, you know, because I think, you know, we're in a great time, as I say, of the divine feminine, and that's a balance of the matriarchal age, getting back to that. And Colette, you'd love it. It's such a beautiful, beautiful energy. I can't emphasize enough how beautiful it is. And Aisling, thank you for coming on and expressing that, because I definitely think now more than ever, with the year that we've had, like, and I'm not going to even give energy to it, but I think like we're all just, the good thing I suppose that came is that we all had to sit, whether we felt anxious, depressed. And you know, I was never as busy as this year with people, because I do a lot of therapy with people. So I had a lot of people, you know, I was doing online stuff, but I'm actually doing one-on-one, because I am an essential worker. So I am doing one-on-one. I'm back this week doing my one-on-one healing with clients, obviously with the mask and taking all the precautions. But I think it was a year too where we had to sit with things, where we couldn't, there was no distractions, there was no escapes, there was no running to the shops, there was no going out to the pub, going out for a meal. So in a sense, it really helped us all to sit and see what is it that we needed to clear and move through, you know. Now, I will use these cards, guys. I only usually use them for Magnified Healing. The turquoise, yes, Aisling, absolutely and completely. Wow, yeah, absolutely and completely, my love. Because, you know, I think, Aisling, you did a lot of work here with me. I know you did IT, you did Magnified Healing, and I think you're... Gerard, I'd never be forgiven by 4 sons and a husband, so the men have to come into it. They're an important part of all of it. But Aisling, getting back to that, my love, I think it'd be good for you too now, you know, with your dad ill and your mom, helping your mom along, and even for your own well-being to do it, you know. It's always important. Look, self-care is massive for all of us, you know. And I'm actually doing a course at the moment. I think I'm in my 3rd week. It's an 8-week course on self-care, where I'm teaching people like about boundaries, lots of things about self-care that we should all have been taught. You know, we should all have been taught, because I think sadly we're very lacking in Ireland in talking about emotions, talking about our feelings, talking about how we react to things, talking about things that trigger us, that make us angry. We're really very far behind on the scale of that. Even though I was speaking with my grandchild there, he's 10. Well, last year now he was 9, and he loves this room. He comes out here and he lies in the bed, and I just laugh at him because he puts on my hypnotherapy recording for relaxation and lies in the bed, has all the crystals on the bed, and he absolutely adores it. But he was saying to me that in school now, he goes to an Educate Together school up in Letterkenny. He lives up in Donegal. That like if they're being naughty in school, that they have like a room where they need to go into and relax. And I thought, how brilliant is that, you know, that they actually allow them. I'm really not on to pick cards, guys. I'm kind of more on to talk about the Magnified Healing. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not even supposed to be doing cards, to be honest with you. Because this is going live on the Mind, Body, Spirit. And I don't know if you know, but this weekend is the weekend of the Mind, Body, Spirit experience in Cork, and it's happening live online. So if you go to, and thanks to Freddie Roberts, because he's, you know, usually we'd be in the City Hall in Cork, and he's fantastic. His events are brilliant. Like, it's always a fantastic event, so well run and so well organised. And I want to thank him for like bringing it online this year, that he didn't dismiss it, that he's still working it away, which is fantastic, you know. So like all these videos will be going onto his page online. all the videos that people are making. So today I'm on to talk about magnified healing. And at 4 o'clock I'm on to talk about another passion of mine, which is mediumship, you know. And for me, all the energy work is linked, I have to say, you know. I couldn't separate from integrated energy therapy, from Reiki, magnified healing, hypnotherapy. To me, it's just the way I see it is like I have a bigger toolkit, so like that some people will be drawn to different things. And even sometimes when I do the readings, the whole purpose of the readings is sometimes they may show me things that the person needs to heal. So sometimes it's opening a door, you know, so whatever the person chooses, I believe that's what we should do. You know, I don't believe we should, like I'll always be flexible in my work, and I'm always learning and teaching. And, you know, I'm very blessed. I've had some of the best teachers in the world, you know, even with the mediumship. I recently did a 12-day course online with Paul Jacobs. I've worked with Tony Stockwell, Mavis Patilla, Eileen Davies, James Van Prague, too many even to mention, you know. So it's so lovely to be constantly learning, and that's what makes you a good teacher when you're the eternal student, because there's always more to learn, you know. And I always say, the day you think you know it all, walk away from it, you know, because you don't know anything. Okay, so these are different cards now, guys, to read. They're more about magnified healing, to be honest with you. They're the only cards I'm doing. I shouldn't really even be doing cards, but they kind of drew me in when I went over there. I went over for something else, but really what I came on to do was to talk about the magnified healing. And really the whole purpose of magnified healing is to work with yourself and your own soul, but it is fantastic for elevating your energy. It's an amazing attunement. That's all I can say about it, you know. And I just did that day because it was, I suppose because it was Mother's Day, and I just thought I'm going to gift it to myself because I was really drawn to the name Magnified Healing. I thought I'd have a look at that and see what it's about. And it was incredible, you know. So like the cards, these cards really aren't meant to be, this is my fault now, I'm not meant to draw these cards, because these cards are really about practices then that you do connected with the magnified healing. So sorry about that, guys, that's my fault. Okay, yeah, that's what they're about. My apologies. It's kind of a guidebook to the Kuan Yin practices, you know. But on the weekend of that course, you do get your attunement, you get the book, you get the CD, and it's just a very, very powerful course, you know, for working with the Divine Feminine. It's just an amazing course. And as I say, I went to Spain to do the next level in it. And it was just phenomenal. And I met people there from all over the world, you know. And like Giselle, the lady that put the course together with Catherine Anderson, who's now in the spirit world, she said like that her whole plan was that if she could, like a bit like IET, like Stephen Thayer said, that if he could even get people in his state to do this and to give the healing to them. And to like this now, and IET is taught in about, I think, like 190 countries in the world, you know. So it's incredible sometimes how we might get an idea to do something and go with it, and that it spreads all over the world. And Mauritius, like that lady has been all over the world teaching this, you know, and she's phenomenal. She's an amazing, amazing woman, you know. But it's also working with the angelic vibration of Saint Germain, Melchizedek, Archangel Michael, you know. I might pick a little angel card for you guys, but really, as I say, I came on to talk about the course. I'm not supposed to be picking any cards, really, you know, because I was just on there for pick a card for the last hour. But really, magnified healing, as I say, works with the highest vibrational energy, and it is all about Kuan Yin. And Kuan Yin, who's well known in China as an ascended being, but she's a bit like the goddess of compassion and mercy. To me, that's a bit like Mother Mary, you know. But it just says she's still remembered by the people of China in spite of the density they've been drawn into from that time so long ago, that she walked among her people in her perfected, tangible body, and that she's responsible for the honesty and integrity. The name Kuan Yin means she who hearkens to the cries of the world. Kuan Yin is also known as Tara in Tibet and other parts of Asia and India. But Kuan Yin is known as the goddess of mercy, compassion and forgiveness. But she's not only the goddess, she's the Bodhisattva, which is an enlightened being. And her particular God quality is mercy. But it says mercy means there's more assistance given through love than through merit earned. And that's so true. Her service to mankind is mercy and healing. But the whole process of magnified healing, which I do daily here, you know, on myself, but I've done it with other people too, is like it heightens your vibration. It's just the most phenomenal energy ever to work with. But it just says she, with Mother Mary and Isis, are a trinity of goddesses who are in charge of directing the healing activity to the mankind of earth. Kuan Yin is grateful to be called to for her forgiveness, mercy, compassion and healing. She also renders great service to the incoming children. Kuan Yin is patroness of women and of birth. One can call to her for assistance to overcome the tendency to create discord. And you know, when you're practicing the magnified healing, as I said, there's bits in it to release karma, to sensitize, awaken, rewire, and connect the nervous system, to scan and heal the body, to release all misqualified energies. It's just a phenomenal what she's put into one healing modality is incredible, you know. And also when you do level 1, you can go on to teach that to somebody else, you know. That's another thing I like about it, because with most healing modalities, you have to do maybe 3 modalities before you can go on to teach it, you know. So that's really what it's about. It's all about that, you know, but it's really like the energy of Our Lady. But it just says Kuan Yin was the cosmic authority and the koan of the 7th ray for the last 2,000 years of the previous 14,000 year cycle. She retained the position until the koan was bestowed on Saint Germain in 1954. But actually the magnified healing is very much about Saint Germain and the violet flame and doing the work around that, you know. So it's a bit of two, you know, like her mantra is Om Mani Padme Hum, which is associated, I would always associate that with Buddhism, you know. But it just says, although it cannot really be translated into a simple phrase or sentence, it's appropriate to say it means, behold the jewel in the lotus. The lotus was the first flower brought forth on earth and is the divine patron of the I Am presence. So Kuan Yin's electronic patron is the 5-petal lotus. In the Law of Life book, it's stated that every individual has a life patron, a flower, a flame, a cross, etc. that is stamped on every electron of energy he uses or that flows through him. It's a patron given the God flame when individualized. So I think, like, you know, and I've been teaching magnified healing for 10 years, and with all the people I've taught, some of them would feel very strongly about clearing the karma. Other people would feel very strongly about sensitizing, awakening, rewiring the nervous system. For people with autoimmune disorders, they found incredible healing with it. And you know, I don't make any claims about any kind of healing to anybody, you know, because everybody reacts differently. And I love that too about IET and magnified healing the same. She has had millions of testimonials from people saying that they got incredible healing from it, that they didn't have the symptoms anymore. But she's a very responsible lady, so she would never, you know, she never talks about that, or she never makes any claims about it, you know. And you work with your pituitary gland, with the thalamus, the hypothalamus, and there's massive, massive benefits to working with magnified healing, you know. And even the words in the CD, it's just the most beautiful energy, absolutely beautiful. I love it, you know. And I will be teaching it online soon, you know. It's a weekend healing, but I have to go and learn how to. And like, you know, Giselle King, she was a healer, like she still is, like she's probably in her mid-80s now, maybe older, I don't really know, but she's an incredible woman. But she also was a healer, a teacher, a spiritual counsellor, and worked in the field of metaphysical and esoteric education since the early 70s, you know. So she's a Reiki master and certified in etheric body healing, and you know, like, so though these two women spent their whole life teaching healing, and then came together and put this whole magnified healing together. And it is one of the most powerful courses that you could ever do, you know. It's the most beautiful healing, and I can say that here because I use it myself a lot, you know. It's the most incredible healing to accelerate your own vibration and to move you out of like whatever happened in the past or whatever conditions, or if there's any codependency. There's just a lot of brilliant stuff in it just to move you through and beyond, to be, you know, to be your best and most highest self, you know, because I think that's what we all want to be. Like, our souls made a contract to come to earth at this time, and it didn't just make a contract to come to earth just to go to the shops, just to, you know, our soul has a plan, and sometimes that plan gets lost. And when we do healing, it kind of opens it up again and it makes us realise. And I always laugh when I think about it. When I was about 17 and I went to England to visit my sister who lived there. And at the time she took me to what she would say a fortune teller. And I went in to see this fortune teller, and she said to me, you know, now when I think back, but my sister had written in a book, she said, you know that you're an amazing healer. Now I thought it was hysterical, because you can imagine at 17 I was this ditzy teenager, and she said, you know, you'll heal thousands of people and you'll teach healing. And I thought she was crazy, to be honest, which I came out of there laughing about it. But she even said to me, you know, that you'll meet your husband at the toll of a bell and you'll have 5 children, which I did. And I met my husband on New Year's Eve. Everything that woman said to me, but I realise now that she really was a spiritual medium, you know. And I actually hate when somebody say to me, are you a fortune teller? Because no, I'm not. I work with the spirit. And that's really what, that's really the purpose of the healing, is that I'm just a channel for all the healing to relate to other people, and then they own it for themselves, you know. But we laughed. My sister found that notebook after many years, and I couldn't believe that everything that was in that notebook. But at 17, when somebody said that to me, and she said that I wouldn't approach it, and she was right, you know. She said you'll approach it when you're 30, and she's right, because I went and did a course in my 30 which opened it all up. Now I did yoga when I was about 19 and it opened it up, but I kind of ran away from it because I didn't understand it and I was afraid of it. But it was incredible that lady was able to. I don't find it a bit incredible now, you know, because I work as a medium myself and I work as a psychic. So you know, sometimes people can see things for us and see our purpose here well before we can, you know. But it was kind of wasted on me at the time, because really all I wanted to know was, like, I was in love with this guy. I just wanted to know, was I going to marry him? I wasn't a bit interested in anything else. And I laugh now when I think about the innocence of it, you know. But like, I think all of us need to have some healing modality there at our fingertips for us, not for anybody else, just for ourselves, you know. And, you know, we'll always, like, I'm always studying different things, because I think I learn something from each of them, and you blend them all together with people, you know. It's like, when I'm doing a reading, I will never block off the channeling. People receive healing, and they might cry, and I might feel where they're feeling the pain or whatever's going on in their body. But, you know, why would I block off any of them? They're all helpful, and they all lead to the same place. But with Magnified Healing, I think it's a bit like having the energy there at your fingertips and being able to do it for yourself to facilitate your own healing. But I promise you that it heightens your vibration, which is, it's unbelievable. And, you know, as I say, I just gave it to myself, I think it was 2010. It's probably 11 years now. I gave it to myself as, I always remember it was Mother's weekend. The next weekend it was Mother's Day, and I just thought, I'm going to do that healing. And I'm going to give it to myself. And it was just one of the most phenomenal things I've ever done, you know. So guys, I will be teaching it, but I will pick a little angel card here for you, because as I say, the Kuan Yin cards are kind of connected with the Magnified Healing, so you wouldn't even, and I'm not saying this now in a condescending way, but you actually wouldn't even understand unless you did the Magnified Healing what it's explaining to you, you know. I don't know who's there telling me she can't find a link. I've no idea what that. If that's anybody there looking, my live is on Freddie's page for the Mind Body Experience card, but it's also on my Facebook page. So I don't know why people, I don't know, there's somebody there saying she can't find the link, but the link is actually on my page. So guys, I'm going to go now because he's actually ringing me again. So thanks a million for joining me. And look, I will be on tomorrow. Hi Mary Patricia. I will be on tomorrow again to do the live, but I'll also be on at 4 to talk about mediumship. So I hope you all have a lovely day, and thanks a million for joining me. Thanks. Bye.